how's it going?
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
going, it's
Doing
going.
good.
Going good. Great. Life is great.
Life is
Life
great.
is going good.
Not
Life
for
Mhm.
is going
everybody.
good.
Not for everybody, but it's going
Listen,
good.
life be lifing, but we still
Exactly.
here and
Let me
we
Life
tell
be
you,
going.
life as long as you ain't got life.
I'm gonna tell you what my daughter tells me, and it makes me sick. I just want to know who raised her.
What?
She'll say, life is happening around you, not to you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I just want to punch her.
I like
Oh,
that
No,
though.
that's
oh,
wait a minute.
oh,
It's cute.
oh,
Wait a minute. It's
good.
cute, but you can tell she young. No, life is life.
She
If
said,
it
it's
ain't happening
happening
to you,
around you, not to you. And then every morning she goes, choose your day. And I go, who raised you?
I am so not a morning person like that. She would probably get ignored. I'm just not.
Text it
listen.
every
And
day.
see, it makes me think of my brother, and he said, what was he said? Make every day a 10.
Yes,
And
he
so
did.
I get that part, but we ain't gonna pretend like life don't be life. Like we ain't gonna
Like
act
some
like it's
days it's
happening
a 10.
around us.
Yes,
I've
yes.
had it to me. I'll be
Every
using
time I
that. Yeah.
every
Every
time
time. time.
got it from
I
you.
think of it,
She's protected her mental health.
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
good. That's good. That's really
Oh,
good. That's
And I
really
told
yeah,
him
good.
that's
that, but I don't want him
good.
throwing it
I
back at
like it. I
I don't
like
want him. Don't be talking to me like I talk to you.
it.
No, I'm just
I
not
like it.
I'm not a morning person, and I just it's
I
not that I'm
am.
in a bad mood. I'm just like I like to be quiet in the morning, and I don't like a lot of talking and things like that. Really. So I guess you could say I'm in a crappy mood, but I'm not. I just, I don't like a lot of moving parts, and don't just start explaining everything you wanted to tell me like the night before because I went to bed early. Catch me afternoon, and then start, by
In the
that point,
morning.
I done came
Choose your
around.
day.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
Early in
text
the
her
morning.
tomorrow morning, y'all. Choose your day.
And I'm gonna be like this. You know that emoji? I'm gonna be like, okay, this episode is the one Chauncey put in our chat that like was like, um,
Yeah.
whoa. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I didn't know. Takesha just told me I didn't think they did conjugal visits anymore.
In some cases,
hmm
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Uh,
Yep.
I think they should
So
get rid of that. That's not, like okay, my question, no, I got too many questions. Like,
Well,
so
like,
let's
say our
give some
topic today.
yes.
Say our topic.
We're gonna
okay,
give some backstory, but yes, what's our topic today, Kim?
I don't know, conjugal visits and don't do it. Like,
Okay.
Not funny. We're not laughing. We're not
I
laughing.
am laughing because I'm like,
But
I didn't know what's still going on. It's conjugal
right.
visits that's going terribly wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
So,
so
to give
terribly.
backstory, a woman died by strangulation during a conjugal visit at Mule Creek State Prison, um, in Lone, California, with her husband, a convicted murderer. The incident occurred in November 2024. This is the second death reported at the prison during a visit. The husband was serving a life sentence for murders of four people. He reportedly told officers that his wife had passed out during the visit, but a coroner later determined that she had been strangled to death. Um, the district uh, the district attorney was waiting for a full report from the prison before deciding on whether to bring charges or not. So since then, he's been transferred to another state prison in Stockton, California.
I,
So
So
I,
what was his crime? What was his crime?
he happened to be convicted of murdering four people.
Poor people.
So some of the argument has been that
Was he on death row?
I don't know if he was on death row, but I don't think so because I think if he was death row, he wouldn't be allowed the visits. But um, I think that the argument has been that if they've been convicted of violent crimes, they should
Right.
not be allowed to have conjugal visits. So it's not that they want, people are saying stop them altogether, but depending on the type of crime you've committed should determine whether you should be allowed that particular.
A woman
Um,
should have
So
determined.
let me just give some quick. So now it's only 4 states that have conjugal visits:
right.
California, Connecticut, Washington, and New York City. And
California is another one though.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
named that first. Okay.
Okay.
So the conjugal visits are incarcerated persons on death row, any incarcerated person with convictions for offenses, anyone in the reception center process, or anyone under disciplinary restrictions cannot have a conjugal visit. Split that out. Or not supposed to. All right, so go ahead.
They can have any visits they want to. If my man murdered 4 people, I'm not sleeping with him. I'm not
How
close
far
with
are you
him.
going?
2 eyes, none of my eyes. I'm sorry. Because
No, I mean, and you're right.
not only I can't say you would never do it to me. You have a taste for murder.
Mhm.
You have and I'm the closest one that you can get to. Nah, I'm not gonna be your experiment. I'm sorry.
Can I just say one thing?
What?
I ain't never that horny. I'll just,
I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Anything could have
I,
down. Anything.
and it's not a judgment, but I'm not a jailhouse chick. That ain't my ministry. And so, with that being the case, like,
Write him a letter.
deuces.
Write him a letter.
we can be pen pals, but deuces, because I'm
you
not
ain't
going.
never coming out. You is in there for life.
But
Nothing we can talk about.
But you know what? And in order for you to get that, it's usually a person who has good behavior and supposed to have so there should be, what did you say what was the controversy, Chauncey, in the
The
story?
controversy should be that if a person's been convicted of violent crimes, they should not be allowed to have conjugal visits.
And he shouldn't have, because
Right.
that has gone terribly.
Right.
He spent the night.
And we're not laughing at the lady from.
No.
We're not
No.
laughing at that situation.
No, not at all.
It's just
It's
that
just
it
it's
shouldn't
so
happen.
sad
It
because
is.
these visits can typically last. They can be like a weekend. They can last anywhere from 30 to 40 hours, depending on the state and
What's
stuff
the
like this. So,
setup there? What's the setup?
well, because they give you a room. It
Apartment.
looks
They give
like
you
a
a private
little
room.
apartment or
Yeah.
motel
Now,
room.
isn't people sharing that?
No.
You get to
I mean,
lock the
other
door and
people
go
have
inside.
used the room. Other people have used the room. I mean, it's no
Yeah.
different than a hotel room to me, a
Yeah.
seedy one, but
No,
nonetheless.
Chauncey.
No, seriously.
No.
And you get to lock the door like
Yeah, you get to lock the door. Some of them have the conjugal visit just to be able to get out of being in their particular cell or whatever the case may be. But my point is, she was not this particular woman that was killed in November. Where my confusion is coming in is, this was not his wife when he was convicted of this crime 30 years ago.
What?
She got married to him in there.
So
And
she
then lost her
married.
life?
Hell no.
So this is someone you chose to. How you even meet somebody in prison after killing 4 people? Like,
What isn't it?
It's a show coming on about that.
About lock up something.
Yeah, lock up
I have a
wives.
very dear friend.
Yeah, lock
I have
up.
a very dear
Oh,
friend.
I actually looked at it last week, Keisha.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, yo, these women go and like start off, I don't like know how they get into like this pen pal situation, but it progresses into like a marriage.
something very serious.
And they're like living in a whole nother state. Like they take
I lost a
traveling.
very good friend like that. I lost a very good friend like that. He came out, he ended up murdering her.
What?
After he got it. Wow.
And she had dated several people inside jail, but this particular came out and he killed her. I mean, he was all over the news. It was devastating.
And then he
I
went
guess
back into prison.
Yeah, but I mean, he was comfortable back there.
Oh God, that's so sad.
And I guess
two people died in that prison.
In that one particular prison, it happened more than once. And so I guess my whole thing is like, so what are we doing? You know what I mean? What protections are being put in place? But at the same time, Celeste, I think you kind of alluded to it in the beginning, like, why are you going? I don't.
It's like false hope. You know what I mean?
But he's gonna be angry at whatever you do. You living life without me? Has anybody been in this box beside me? Now you gonna leave me here? You just gonna leave me? All that.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna set them off. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you got a taste for murder.
You got it. You done took somebody else out.
Not one.
Not 4 people. And you married this person?
4 people?
Family app, they didn't stop you from going up there. Like, oh God, like if one of my sisters was
I
doing
wonder
that,
if
I'm
she had
telling
done
you,
it before and had a successful visit.
oh my God,
I
you can
I
visit.
would think so because
I
they weren't newly married, but I would think
Okay.
so. But like you said, how are you setting someone off? Or because they have access to the internet, can't they go on Facebook and see your pictures and see you living life? And then now you come up, or
Yeah,
now you say you didn't go somewhere, and he saw that
Mhm.
you did go somewhere, and
I saw you with
you
that dress
just
on when you was in that thing the other week, and you're coming up here with
so.
the
I
and
same
mean,
she
dress
if
on.
he's
passed
still
out. Then
that
she passed
person,
out because you was
that person that
talking.
person is still human, so they still have if they can see you
Exactly.
living your life, like, so
Oh,
like
they
you said,
angry.
Kim. Yeah, so it's false hope in one sense, but if that person isn't satisfied, and then I remember reading someone who said, but what, depending on how and why they murdered, like what if he murdered 4 people for you? Well, then if he murdered 4 people for me, then it's already a crazy toxic kind of love, so it ain't good. So I'm not really sure what the pros are,
If
and
you had to
I mean,
marry
You know,
4 people, maybe at all in the same circumstance, like you burnt the whole house down and 4 people died, then
either way,
um,
either
you
way,
know,
that, that
I mean, like it was accidentally you was drinking and smoking at the same time, and 4 people died because of you was careless. You see what I'm saying?
right. And I want to be mindful because
Because it's
y'all
lots
know
of
how I am.
situations. You know what I mean?
Right. It's definitely different scenarios. And then we got to remember about forgiveness, right? We're all women of
I
faith, and so
forgive
we
you.
understand,
I forgive,
and
but I ain't
you,
gotta go up there.
that's the difference,
hey,
right?
but you
I
know
ain't come
what? And he probably got away with it because as I'm looking, and I could see that in California, because that was in California, correct?
correct.
Conjugal visits, referred to as family visits, typically last between 30 to 40 hours.
Yes, that's what I
So
said.
they can spend a significant amount of time.
That's
So
the
in
weekend.
a murder,
That's the weekend.
I mean, you can be well gone in the first hour, but
Oh
nobody
my.
would know until he walk out 30 hours later, say, oh, she passed
Right.
out. I mean, you could have had help. I mean, you know, if it was
Right.
something quick or in the beginning or whatever,
I
but
ain't gonna lie. Should have
40
been a
hours.
camera or something in the common area
Right.
in case she had problems or trouble. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, yeah, because what about her
There is no
safety?
there because there is no camp there's no
I
common
know.
area because you in this room.
I'm
And
so
so
sorry.
but my thing is, when did she know she was in danger? Like, did you have some sort of clue, or just not having? I don't, like I said, it planned? Was he planning on doing it when she
Boom,
got
boom, boom.
there? And
Help, open this.
honey, because we'd
And
have
you
been
know
fighting
what?
for
He
dear
might have
life.
been doing some kind of role play with, you know how people, some
Yeah,
people want to
yeah.
be choked
Oh,
and,
maybe. He said she passed out, right?
and you
That's
know,
what he said.
and have a release all at the same time. I don't know
Yeah,
what that
it's
is
people
about,
that
but
do
Two,
that.
people do, you know.
two,
Hmm?
You better go.
the
You
other
better
4
go
people.
get your cellmate and do that. Not on me. I'll tell you
Can you
that.
tell,
So,
Auntie, how did he kill the
Huh?
other 4? How did he murder the other 4?
I didn't look to see
Because
how he killed them, because
uh,
that,
my
I don't know.
girlfriend that was murdered, he slit the person's throat.
What?
The front door. He rang the doorbell. There was a beef. He slit the guy's throat, and he got charged with murder. And that's how he killed her.
Now, the first woman who was killed happened in July of 2024 at that same prison. And then the next woman happened in November. And it says here that the first woman who was killed, her husband was serving a life sentence for attempted second-degree murder. He was recently charged with the murder in connection with her death. So he definitely has been charged. So based on the article or whatever, the second woman's husband hadn't been charged yet. And so, but he had been sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without parole.
And you went up there?
oh, that's just like,
I had
so,
to catch him in the
so
cold
according
life.
to, it's just like being on death row without saying death row, because you don't,
Exactly.
Exactly.
you're not gonna get out, depending on your
Yes.
age, you're just gonna die in
Right.
there. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really semantics
It's semantics. That's
as
exactly
far
what
as
it is.
what's keeping the law like that, because if somebody died in my prison for that in July, then that means the I should shut the thing down, shut this portion down, because I see that there is
There's a
a
problem.
flaw, a loophole or something
Not
that's
enough security. not enough
Just
access for the person who's visiting.
I,
So
I'm almost disagree, y'all. Almost disagree
okay,
because
I can
you
understand
know
why.
why I disagree because these people, there are some people that probably, like you say, forget have repent.
Forgiving spirits.
They really probably need that visit. They need that connection. Me, as the person outside, need to wait. I need to make decisions.
Right.
Wow, I'm sorry. I don't. I don't feel. I love you so much, but I love me.
I could come and visit you like a regular visit,
Visit.
but
But
not
I
a
ain't spending the
conjugal visit.
night.
I'm not gonna spend the night in no. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation,
You have
and I can
nothing to
love you
lose.
to the moon and back. No,
You
I'm
have
not doing
nothing
that.
to lose.
Because I don't know, like, I don't even know what you are actually going through in that prison. You see what I'm saying? And I become the collateral damage for it. I can visit you and be encouraging and things like that because I believe that you should visit your loved ones and they're incarcerated. You give them hope like that. But I'm just saying, when it comes down to something like that, it kind of can make you, yeah, like a target.
So from the time
For
you murdered those
what?
people to
Yeah.
today, when you meet with me, you've not been with anybody unsupervised. I don't even know how you act. You're not
Yeah.
fit to learn with me. You're
Yeah.
not fit to experiment with me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
No, and I totally get what you're saying, Celeste. I
Sorry.
agree wholeheartedly. I
Yeah.
just it's just
Maybe
frightening.
if you was my husband and we was married on the outside and you just your first 3 months and I came that one time, but I ain't coming no more because I'm gonna tell you I'm in there. I ain't coming back no more for that. Okay. I just want to give you one little treat and
And that might be why she got choked out.
yeah.
She might have said, I
I
can't do
That's
can't
what
do
it.
I
this no
that's
more.
what I said. Yeah, I'm just you stupid.
And it's so sad because you don't want to leave people out there like that, with no love, but
Yeah, but I'm gonna love you because
But
I
love
put
comes
money
in
on
but
your
love
books
comes
that you have
yeah.
the food
Love
you
comes in
need,
different forms.
books,
You
a
know what I mean?
TV,
Yes.
things like that. You can buy all those things to satisfy yourself. You don't need me to do that anymore. We're not playing those kind of things anymore. That happened when the judge said, "This is your sentence." That did not become my sentence. I'm gonna love you for to eternity, but I'm not going in there because now you are in a whole different environment that you now want to subject me to. And no, I don't know what happened to you. And
Yeah. Now if we were a couple and you went
I
there'd be
told you, yeah.
some stages to this, right?
Yeah, the first day,
But
2 months after that, we ain't doing that no more. Mm-mm.
but then I would think that you would have enough love for me to say, I still want you to live your life. You understand what I'm saying? So, but to meet you while you in there,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I must
agree.
say I've never been that
well, I will.
lonely. Oh, is lonely the word?
Horny. That's the
Oh,
word.
porn. Oh,
Psych is long.
it
I'm
must be lonely because you got to go there.
I will
No,
tell
I'm
you.
telling you, if you look at that show, like the Keisha, that show you was talking about, I looked at it last week. It's a little bit more going on with these women that are going up in there
Yeah,
marrying people
yeah.
that they
There's
just
something
met.
going on with the women.
Yeah, it's
I can
going on with the
share.
women. It's really scary that they
I
got
can
into this.
share with you
Huh?
the conversation that we used to have, myself and
Mhm.
my girlfriend. She used to say things like, I love teaching them new things, right? They've been in there so long.
Mhm.
She waits till they get out. She befriends them in there. She loves on them, pen pals them, but when they get out, she teaches them this is a cell phone. This is how you use it. Bringing them, reintroducing them, right? And
Mhm.
she also said dating them while they were in there
Mhm.
meant they never cheated on her, meant they needed her.
That's her issue.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
A
her
project. She needed a project.
and that was her thing.
She
That
needed a
was her
project
security because
because the
like,
thing
he's
is,
confined. This
they
person's
never.
confined.
How you know they never cheated on you?
They
Well,
But
did.
see,
They tell me.
they
that's
more
what I was thinking
you know where
about.
they at.
What if a conjugal visit is like, yeah, now he's not a murderer or anything like that, but he's having sex with men there and then having sex with you, and then you catch something.
Child, your pH balance
That's a conjugal visit
Not
gone.
your pH mind, your
Wrong.
booty hole is in, bitch.
See what I'm saying?
Oh.
Without saying it. See what I was saying without saying it.
I'm
So
glad you
how
said
you
it,
know how
Keisha.
you know he not cheating? And if he got you as a pen pal, how you know he don't got three
And
of
that
them?
happened. That happens sometimes. But
Not 330.
so the end of this conversation was they were fine until she was ready for another project. So she had implemented, put him back in, and he was not ready to go. It was so bad that we would tag team and calling her on the phone because he just did not want to go away. And
That's when he
they
killed her.
have time. Think about this too. Because you're like, oh, he's saying the right things. They have time
To
to
think
tell
about it.
you the
Yeah.
right thing because
He ain't
nothing
got
going
valid.
on in there. So
He
yeah,
got-
you can say, oh, I just feel sorry that your day went so bad, or whatever the situation is, and all of your thoughts and dreams. Oh yes, and we can make these big plans because it's nothing else going on with him. So he has time to rehearse, and he's just catching on little bits and pieces of things that you say that you want, you need, you desire, you whatever. And he just feeding right into that. And meanwhile, he's just doing so much for me. And really he's not.
And it's still the newness of a relationship, right? So it doesn't matter that it's just a pen pal or on the phones or whatever. It's still the newness of a relationship, right? So it's that excitement to a certain level, right? And then you're so excited to see each other, and then you get there, and then a little while after reality sets in, then you find, okay, yeah, this is not what I thought it was going to be. It's time to move on. But then that person had to acclimate being back into society. So then the way that they do it is not going to be the same way. And so then now they kind of feel like, you ever see Looking for Mr. Goodbar? They kind of feel like you,
ending, Lord.
oh my God,
Christ.
it kind of feels like, you led them on. And so then now they're not taking this rejection very well because you pretended to be one thing and now you're not. And so it just, it can be very scary.
Me. Somebody else deserting me. Another stare.
But you know what? I mean, and I know y'all all have heard this. It is common that people that are men, especially men that are incarcerated, they're talking jail talk to you. And you going for that stuff. You know what I mean? Like you
Jail
would
talk. I
take
never
your
heard that
oh, you
terminology.
never heard of jail talk? Telling you
Mm.
everything you want to hear.
Wow. Okay.
Everything you want to hear. And why and the cellmate and people around them, all of them is listening and hearing it because everybody is regurgitating the same kind of language
Gotcha.
to lure women in there. And I'm talking about a certain type of woman. Let's keep it real. None of us is not going to end up in a relationship with somebody who's incarcerated. Maybe it's something by chance, by some terrible fate, our mate end up in prison, then that's a whole nother situation. But we're not going to hook up with you and you in there and you can't tell us nothing. You know what I mean? At all. You can't call Kimmy and say, I think you're the most beautiful woman in the world. You're doing a click because that's what's going to happen.
Ask my kids. I told them, if you get locked up, don't call me.
That's what I told mine. Wait a minute. No. If you get locked up and you did it, don't call me.
I ain't gonna lie. I might send him some money, but I ain't going to the jailhouse because I mess
with
you
and listen,
they go,
now,
looking for you too.
I told mine, if you didn't do it, I'll go through the fire with you. But if you did it, I'll put some money on your books.
I'm just saying it's you have to, when you get a chance, look at that the lockup wives.
I'm good. I'm good.
It's really sad. I'm just saying it's really sad. And then on top of that, and this we can go into our final thought. On top of that, they have like a group, like almost like a sister group that they all talk together, like they're supporting each other for their new spouses in jail. Like,
I can see that.
Get a new friend group. You know,
I mean, out and act the monkey when they come out.
They come out and like I say, talk jail talk, and when they get out, you mean nothing to them. You see what I'm saying? Because they know that you got a problem.
But that's still somebody who got the possibility of getting out. What do you do when this person ain't coming out?
That's some kind of mental issue that you have. Because really, they not coming out, and you feel comfortable that they not coming out. Because you ain't never trying to have a real relationship with this person.
Doing
Just keep it
community
real.
service with the pom pom. Community service.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, and then
No, it's not
you call
community
me up,
service.
you call up and call me up, and then you start cursing me out because they had do that kind of stuff. I saw you on Facebook and so on. Yes, you
That's what I'm saying.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
what is it?
you did see
Welcome,
me on there, and you're going to see me tomorrow because I'm over there.
like welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins on Monique's character says she doing God's work. Doing God's work.
Yes, she did say that.
Y'all
Oh, it's
not
so
gonna make
funny.
me laugh. Y'all not gonna make me
That is
laugh because
funny. I
that's
remember
wrong.
that.
Oh, I
Can you
can't.
remember that
I
scene?
can't.
She
They
was
like
like,
my Kool-Aid up there. I'm doing
yeah,
God's work.
yes, I'm doing God's work.
Okay. Final thoughts.
I can't with
Final
y'all.
Oh,
I
thoughts.
can't.
I can't. I just,
I
I
just,
just, yeah,
I
I just
mean,
can't.
if it's you,
That's all.
we're making light of a very serious situation, but our sympathies go out to those families. But
We do.
you know,
Yeah.
talk to your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to your daughters and let them know that this is not enough.
Right.
It's
Right.
not enough. We can have empathy and care about people and even rehabilitating people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that. And I know that some people can change, but safety is the most important thing. And if y'all can't be pen pals, you don't need it.
Right. Celeste?
I guess my final thought is similar, but I guess you need to make decisions that are best for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're dealing with somebody that you're not, I mean, you can never be 100% sure, but
Right. Right.
certainly somebody who has an appetite for things that, don't align with you, you cannot take a chance. You need to
Absolutely.
make
Yeah.
smart
You
decisions.
do. You have to
They
make.
don't could care less. They're
Mm-hmm.
making money,
Mm-hmm.
so you got to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. And my final thought is self-preservation is the number
Mhm.
one rule of life.
Mm-hmm.
And you can split that any way you want, but it really is.
Real. That's real.
So good episode,
I
y'all.
keep this final thought.
Keisha, what about Keisha's final thought?
Oh my goodness. My final thought was I just can't. But however, I'm like you guys. You have to think about self, and you just cannot just. You
Sacrifice.
have to think more of your. That's not what I want to say.
That's right. You got to think more of yourself.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
It's
Then
not even a question about it.
first of all, join and get into a relationship with someone that's already in there, and that's where you met them at, and that you having that because you run the risk of really doing detriment and harm to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
just
just saying.
Just the possibility alone,
Mhm.
you need to err on the side of caution.
There you go.
Err on the side of caution.
There you go.
Err on
Yeah,
the side of caution.
that's a definite winner right there. You can't go wrong if you err on the side of caution.
Yep.
All right, so joining me tonight is
This is your girl Celeste, and taking care of oneself is not selfish, it's necessary.
and safe. Okay.
This is Chauncey. Be safe. Always be safe.
Your girl Keisha, learn and grow in your own lane and just think about yourself. Be safe and think about yourself and your well-being.
And I'm your girl, Kimmy. Have a wonderful week on purpose. And we'll see you next week. Take care.